Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Suchanya, khongrattana, and these are my team. We are second year students from Silpakorn University, Pebuli IT campus. We are here today to present documentary named Documentary. It means our documentary is about dog, but it is a not normal dog because it is a stray dog. And our documentary have divided into three parts. The first part is about problem about stray dog in the west space, and the second part is about where are these dogs from because it's a lot like, and the last part is how are we going to help this problem because no one can handle with this, right? Okay, but today we are going to tell you about step in working and what we got in this documentary. Okay, let's move on to step in working.
The first step that we decide to make a documentary is a stray dog that I found in somewhere in February. So I decided the target group is about 30 to 60 years. So I decided to make a plan to make a work that easier. So take a step by step. So the step one, choose the topic that I interest. So I decided to use a stray dog topic that because it was I'm an interest. And step two, watch and study about the stray dog problems. And step three is to prepare the script to communicate to other people around us.
Step 4. Find and study all the information that's important to know. Before we make an interview, and we have to know some facts, so we could ask some information while we make an interview. But before we go to the word page, we have to find an information for this page also, because we didn't know anything. Step 5. Plan about date and time in shooting. In shooting, we have to prepare all devices, so we could have a beautiful footage. And the most important thing is all the cleanser products that we have to prepare before we go to this page, because it is a wide page. It has a lot of bacteria. Step 6. That which side are we are going to shoot, so we could have a good footage to make an interesting presentation, and this footage could show all the topic. Step 7. Decide the logo that relates with our documentary, and it have to be a logo that easy to remember.
When we get an information, we all try to understand and separate them in a group. Then we will only choose the interesting one and the newer. The interesting writing must combine arrange the idea before write it, which we may divide the topic of plot like this. First open story is writer may choose different way to open the story, but the important thing is to be interesting and make reader want to keep reading. Second, the story may divide into issue or a subtopic depending on the scope or the short length of the space. Lastly, the good ending story for the documentary is open the intellectual perspective to the viewer, must have an idea for reader to non-stop, and that's the story we gave. For beginner writing non-fiction, good documentary work not only have a good information or the interesting one, but also get emotion take a documentary writing alive, and must be strict to use for language as well.
Editing cut the extant parts that it doesn't take out. Editing work to have continuous characteristics, and many not have to pay much attention to faults, but had to listen to it many times until I felt that the part was verbally connect and create thoughts about subtitles. In addition, be prepared to add the missing parts. All the music and sound effects must be timely and clearly marked. Aside from that, the beginning of the clip is very important. Should focus on interesting things. Try to point out interesting parts at all times, which must be very careful when writing the script.
Check all our work to make sure that our documentary will be continued and feel interesting like we have planned. After that, we have to check the grammar in subtitle. If we have checked it and see it, and it had a mistake, so we could solve it. What we got, we could learn how to make documentary in English and know how to work step by step, seeing the plan title of the documentary, how to shot in open area, how to make a documentary feel interest by editing. Until we have finished all of this, we could see that our stray dog in this page was very pretty, and know how fact that where is those stray dogs come from. Especially, we could know that there is a very good man who loved and held those 1,000 stray dogs, going to die soon with his own money.
Sections of this documentary illustrates the problem of stray dogs being abandoned, which stray dogs become endless problems, just caused by census, be careless and lack of compassion for people. Therefore, making a documentary to realize was followed from the abandoned dog. Having spiritual help cannot solve the problem here. As long as there is no government agency to help these problems, it cannot be reduced. But in the other hand, the state is the culprit is bringing these dogs to abandon them and the careless persons who brought the dog to release. This is therefore a chronic, irreversible long-term problem is the carelessness of someone. So, we hope that this documentary will help everyone to realize that racing dogs is not just a joke. True, I'm lazy because they also have heart. Okay, let's finish these presentations. Thank you for your attention.